Recently, people have been asking me the same two questions everywhere I go. How did you get in here? You don't work here anymore. Why do you keep inviting yourself to the company staff party? Please leave. And two, how do you feel about Royal Caribbean's plan to open a beach club on Paradise Island? And my position on that is, I guess it's controversial. There are some folks who are all like, they aren't us. When did you learn to use pronouns like that? Is Royal Caribbean a foreign company? Yes. But they are offering Bahamian investors a chance to own shares in the project. And the government is going to get shares equal to the amount of the crown land given to the development. Some other folks are offering, I don't know, I guess extra pronouns. There's a lot of us and we being thrown around, but you can't just claim me as your cousin when you want me to join in with you to pressure the government to unravel a multi-million-dollar investment. Because if that's the only time you really gonna call on me, I mean, it feels kind of empty, like you're just saying words. We all know the bank's position on taking words as payment for mortgage. Also, at the risk of sounding like my Long Island ex-girlfriend, I just find it so interesting that all along, some people's pronouns was I and me, and now they want to be identified as we because they want us to go fight their battles for them. No, you are definitely a you, and I suspect that years from now, if things went their way, certain people would be talking about the rest of us in the third person again. The Royal Beach Club may reduce the amount of foot traffic to the 38 t-shirt shops downtown that sell the exact same product. It may force the existing businesses to innovate. Is it really so bad if there's a new thing for tourists to do? Every time I see a tourist walking east on Bay Street, I want to run to them and tell them, you're going the wrong way. You know that the drawer that you have in your kitchen that just have a bunch of like random cords and old batteries in it? That is anything past Elizabeth Avenue. You would never go in that drawer looking for a spoon to eat with. And now someone is offering you a new kitchen, but there are folks who are like, what about the stove though? Also, RCI is going to be increasing the number of tourists they're bringing to the island. More people coming means that there will be more people to buy those unique, one-of-a-kind, totally can't buy these at every Caribbean island t-shirts. Wink at camera. How many more visitors you say? 2.5 buttloads of additional visitors. You know, what that is not a threat. That kind of feels like an opportunity. Imagine that you're hungry and you go into your kitchen and there's a new kitchen with food in the cupboard and all you have to do is cook the food. Are you really going to listen to your suddenly cousin complain that the food is taking the attention away from his 2007 BlackBerry Charger that was in the drawer with the expired ketchup packet? I hope not. Sometimes we get super focused on an idea and think that this is the only way to make money. One person opens a breakfast stand and then there are 20 breakfast stands on the same corner and 18 of them realize that waking up to cook breakfast at 4 a.m. every morning is hard, and this is not what they want to do with their master's degree in fine art. So I hated the idea of tourism because for a very long time I thought the only jobs available were construction worker and the guy who parked the cars. Two tasks that I am horrible at. But now I realize that if a cruise ship is bringing in a projected additional 2.5 buttloads of people a year, those butts are going to need food, entertainment, a random guy to pretend to laugh at 48-year-old recently divorced Melissa Hartford of Columbia, Connecticut's jokes. Your sex on the beach is so sweet. I don't know how to do a Connecticut accent. There are going to be a buttload of business and job opportunities. And yeah, I assume there'll be some construction jobs during the building parts of the project, but there are going to be other opportunities to make money as Bahamians. RCI cannot own or operate water transportation businesses aside from, the giant cruise ship that they use to bring people to the island. But this means that it has to be a Bahamian company that is going to partner with RCI to run any of the water taxi or ferry services that their guests need to get around on the water while they're in port. But that sounds way better than waking up 4 a.m. to cook breakfast for somebody just so they could tell you that your grit's too runny. I like my grits like my women. Hot, thick, and a little salty. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Well, the 40 dolphins held in captivity for the entertainment of tourists in the room. The environment. Will this development have an impact on the environment? Yup. There's a saying on the cynical socialist side of Twitter. There is no ethical consumption in capitalism. You like chocolate? The cheaper your chocolate, the more likely it is a product of kidnapping and child labor. You do not want to know what it takes to get your phone to vibrate. Human development requires changing the environment. If you want to build a house, you're going to have to move around the natural order of things. And this doesn't mean that you either abandon your dream of a house or burn the planet down. There is a third option. What is the least effect that you can have on the environment? How can you move stuff around that won't result in the destruction of fragile ecosystems? And most importantly, you adjust your position when new information arises about newer, better ways to do stuff. Does RCI have environmental plans? Yes. Zero waste to landfill, renewable energy by 2030, no dredging, and more. But most importantly, it's on us as Bahamians to hold everyone to the standards that we agree to. In fact, if we say that this stuff that RCI is promising to do is the bare minimum, then we should expect perhaps all tourism projects, both past and future, to be at this level when it comes to environmental responsibility. So in short, my opinions on the matter, I don't think I really have any. Why? Originally it said, I like my grits like I like my women lumpy.